welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name's Imogen. In today's video I am sharing everything I do to manage my anxiety and depression and sharing some healthy coping strategies. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So I wanted to make this video because when I first developed anxiety and depression, I was a very young teenager, I can't even remember if I'd been through puberty yet, but anyway, I was very young and I didn't understand what a healthy coping strategy was. So I had all sorts of coping strategies, many of them very unhealthy, some of them were healthy, but I kind of felt like I was sort of feeling around in the dark, I didn't really know what I was supposed to be doing. And you know, sort of 10 years on, I still have anxiety, I still have depression, but my coping strategies are one hell of a lot better. So let's start with anxiety, then I'll talk about depression, then I'll talk about general coping strategies that I use for my mental health in general and for both. Okay, so to cope with my anxiety, I have three things, and the first one is medication. So I am on propranolol, which is a beta blocker, which essentially slows my heart rate, and that sends a signal to my brain that it's okay and I can stop freaking out. So I have been on that for, wow, over a year now actually, and it's really improved my life. Obviously I can function without it, but I function better with it. So I'm not dependent on it, but it does measurably improve my quality of life. So I'm on medication. Obviously medication is not right for everyone. If you want more information on that, you can check out my video on my experience with medication. So I do recommend you check that out, just saying. All right, number two, meditation. So as well as being medicated, I also meditate. Sometimes you can find a bunch of free meditations on Spotify. I used these extensively while I was writing my thesis because that was a very stressful time, and I would usually just start the day with a 5-minute meditation, and then I would pick up my laptop, go off to my lectures, and then I'd work on my thesis, and I'd be very stressed, but for that sort of 5 minutes in the morning I was able to ground myself and just process all of my thoughts before I started my day. All right, and the third way I deal with my anxiety is calming music. Now, I don't necessarily mean sort of lo-fi or waves on the seashore or whatever. I mean, that's very useful and you can use that, and sometimes I do. But what I mean is I've found bands and artists that I really connect with and that are able to calm my anxiety. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you will know that my favourite band, Oh Wonder, have helped me immensely with this. In fact, for those of you who don't know, and I will take any opportunity to share this, I have a tattoo of the band name on my arm in their handwriting because I met them and they wrote it for me. But I have a bunch of other artists as well that listening to their music really calms me down, and whenever I'm having some kind of anxiety episode or whatever, I'll just listen to the music and it really helps. So those are my sort of top 3 coping strategies, healthy coping strategies for my anxiety. Now let's talk about depression. I only have 2 main coping strategies for my depression, and my depression has actually got a lot better recently, but I still experience quite prolonged and severe depressive episodes on occasion. And the main 2 ways that I deal with this are, number 1, loud upbeat music. So I have talked about this before, but I had a Lady Gaga playlist that I listened to on repeat when I was in a recent depressive episode, and I still had to get up and go to my lectures and stuff, and that really helped me because, you know, you're listening to Lady Gaga. I mean, how bad can it be? And number 2 is packing my schedule with tasks. Literally, I would have my day scheduled down to the minute, and as soon as I finished one thing, I was on to the next, so I had no time to think about being depressed. Was it entirely healthy? Probably not. Was it healthier than a lot of other coping mechanisms? Yes. Do I recommend it? Maybe in moderation. Okay, so let's talk about general coping strategies, and these can be applied to either anxiety or depression, or generally other mental health conditions as well. I used to have a lot of OCD symptoms, although I was never diagnosed at all. Those did eventually subside, but these are general coping strategies that I've used for a variety of mental health problems. Sleep enough, okay? I hate this, and I do not like enforcing a bedtime on myself. What am I, 6? But you know, it genuinely does help. And yeah, sometimes anxiety makes it difficult for me to sleep, or depression makes it so that I sleep too much, but generally trying to stick to a schedule is one of the fastest ways that I can kind of fix myself, if that makes sense. drinking enough water. I am chronically dehydrated. I've turned it into an art form almost. But again, this seems like a no-brainer, but it does really help. Eating decently, well, I mean, eating decently healthily, I guess. It's not, again, not a cure-all, but like sleeping enough, drinking enough water, eating healthily, like they are basic things that you will find on like a GP's website or something. But the annoying thing is they actually work, and believe me, no one is more annoyed than I am that like improving my mental health is based around these like basic things, but I do them and they work, so I'm telling you. Sorry. Journaling has been a huge help to me. I have been journaling, for those of you who don't know, I've been journaling since I was 12 years old. I'm now 22, so I have been journaling for 10 years, over 10 years, because I started in March 2014, and I now have over 25 volumes of journals. So I journal a lot, I write, and it has often helped me make a lot of progress, mindset shifts, and honestly helped me see things from a different perspective and break through some really horrendous mental health crises, really traumatic events that I just would not have fixed if it wasn't for journaling. And also therapy, but in the years before I was able to access therapy, journaling genuinely saved my life. Okay, so I will recommend it to absolutely anybody. Like, if you can write, please, like, even if you don't feel like you're good at it, it doesn't matter, okay? Just get your thoughts down on the page. It doesn't matter if you like word vomit, brain dump, whatever, okay? It doesn't matter. Just get your thoughts down on the page. It can be anything, like it could be the scrappiest old notebook, or it could be the nicest notebook in existence. I just use plain lined notebooks and it works. It works. This next one, I don't like it. I don't like doing it. I mean, I try, like sometimes I like doing it. Exercise, sorry. Supportive friends. I really try and surround myself with supportive friends, and they have been a massive help to me throughout many mental health crises and continue to be so. And obviously I also try and help them, because going through my own mental health stuff has better enabled me to understand like what other people are going through as well. So I try and like pay it forward a little bit. But shout out to my friends, you're awesome. Therapy. I mentioned this earlier, but therapy. I've been in therapy on and off since I was 17 years old, so for the past 5 years, and it has improved my life immeasurably. Now, I'm aware that therapy, or like specific types of therapy, may not be for everyone, but I think everyone should at least try it. And finally, this is trivial, but a really good shower can fix a lot of shit. Okay, so there is a reason that getting in the shower can feel like a sort of a mental reset, if that makes sense. And sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I take a shower, okay? And yeah, sometimes when I've been in a depressive episode, I haven't had the energy to take a shower, and it's made me feel worse. But when I've finally been able to like bring myself to drag myself out of bed and actually take a shower, it has made me feel a lot better. So it's not a cure-all, but if you're feeling a bit shit, take a shower. Alright, so that's everything I do to manage my anxiety and depression with, I hope, what are mostly healthy coping strategies. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye!